Hello, I'm Charlie McKellar. Today we have more questions for Scott Walker. Scott, our first question is, voters have overwhelmingly responded to your question, are taxes too high? Why do you believe you're the leader who can lower taxes?
Well, sure. Thank you, Charlie. And the question does keep coming up. But we need to, first and foremost, property taxes. Property taxes have gone up 30 to 800% in Jackson County. It is a bad economic time. Insurance is high. Property taxes, combined with that, people are having to move. One of the main ways to lower taxes is increase state and federal funding. We need to increase those funds. We need to increase our revenue inside the city limits. It will increasing revenue and federal money, state money will allow us to lower taxes. I am committed to do it. That's my #1 issue in this campaign. Lower taxes, make it more of an affordable place to live for our wonderful residents. Thank you.
Scott, our next question is, what kind of response have you been getting campaigning door to door? And can you give us an example of the questions you've been asked?
Oh, sure. Door to door has been wonderful. Our goal is to hit 100 doors a day, and going door to door allows people to ask us questions. They ask me about my experience. They ask me about the taxes. You know, I think the #1 question that comes up is taxes. Infrastructure is probably #2, and then what have I done? Who am I? What is my background? And he opens the door to allow me to tell them I have been in federal government for the past 10 years. I have served the people of Ocean Springs. I'm a lifelong resident here. People don't, you know, I was born here. My parents still live in the same home I was born into. Taxes, they ask how we're going to lower them because everyone's hurting on that issue, Charlie. Infrastructure, you know, why do we always develop before we have infrastructure? And I agree 100%. We have got to, East Ocean Springs, we need to be putting in access roads, sidewalks now because development is coming and we've got to be prepared for that development. So it gives me a great way to tell the people who I am, give them my cell phone number and say, let me earn your vote. That's what I'm doing. I'm earning votes. I don't believe anyone just gets a vote, deserves a vote. You got to earn it, and that's what I'm doing. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. Next question. The Villa Maria comprises a strong concentration of elderly voters. What kind of response have you gotten from elderly voters?
Very good. Villa Maria is one of my favorite places. I go to I've done 2 dinners there. I have a couple more before the election. I just enjoy being with the people at the Villa Maria. And they believe in us. They believe in us as a campaign. We tell them that we are going to repave their parking lot. We are going to redo their sidewalks, and that we are going to keep them safe. When our public safety building goes to East Ocean Springs, next to the community center, we've got to keep a substation downtown to keep our seniors safe, our historic homes safe, our churches. We've had recent break-ins in our churches. We need to keep those safe. So the Villa Maria, I keep telling them our main points, what we want to get done for them, and we will. We will get that done in the first 2 months in office because they believe in me as a candidate. I believe in them as citizens.
Thank you, Scott. Next question. You proposed a citizen advocate program in the mayor's office. Can you tell us how that would work?
Oh, certainly, and I love this idea. We have got to get 20 people from all backgrounds, lawyers, doctors, small business owners, retired military, nurses. We got to have more of a vision for the entire town. This allows us to do so. We get 20 people that meet with the mayor twice a month on what they're hearing, what they see, what they want done for our town. It gives me, the mayor, and the city board of aldermen, the true bosses of me. I have 7 bosses, and I know that as the board of aldermen, it gives us a real read of where we're going in Ocean Springs. It gives us a real read of where we need to go, and really it gets people more involved. They are citizens of this town, and after all, the town goes a lot further east than Broom's Grocery.
Thank you, Scott. You proposed a mayor's council for the Mississippi Gulf Coast. What are the benefits of this regional cooperation?
We have 11 great towns on the coast of Mississippi, all unique in their own right. 11 mayors. I have a great relationship with every one of them, every one of the candidates I've had the ability to work with. Together we can work on the big projects. Big projects, let me give you a couple examples. Insurance reform. Insurance is hurting everyone. We need to go as a group of 11 to Washington. We need to fight for this insurance reform. We have got to get these rates down. That's the #1 issue facing our coast. Now, combined with the new property taxes set by the county, it's hurting across the board. That's a big ticket issue, is the insurance reform. Second, Barrier Island restoration. That's something that I would fight for. You saw in Ike and Gustav how much water came onto our shore. It didn't happen in Elena and Frederick that way. The reason is our barrier islands are 50% depleted. It is a $500 million problem that we can fix as a coalition of mayors, working with Senator Cochran, Senator Wicker, Gene Taylor, getting this money appropriated to rebuild our islands, not to pre-Katrina level, pre-Camille level. And that's what we need to do, and that's a great issue for the Mayor's Council.
All right, our final question. You've worked the neighborhoods. What's next?
Well, we're going to continue to work the neighborhoods, continue to have neighborhood cookouts, continue to ask people for their votes. We have many events coming up that really focuses on the citizens of Ocean Springs. These events, I'm earning people's votes, and I'm going to everywhere I can to ask the people, and I want to be the leader that they can trust in for 8, 12, 16 years, because if I don't get done in the first administration everything that we're talking about now, I won't get elected back in. But if I do get done over the next 8 years what we've talked about, this would be a very hard position to leave. I am excited about the race, excited about the future of Ocean Springs. Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, Scott. If you have a question for Scott, go to Scott's website and click the button Ask Scott. Type your questions and Scott will answer your questions on the internet.
I will. Thank you very much.